Hello everybody, thank you for joining us. Today we will be practicing drawing Atlas carrying the world on him. It's a very famous, iconic image, and if you could excuse me, I'm going to grab a more solid pencil here. So to get started, we first need to place that main object on top. So we will imagine that this is the part of the globe that he will be lifting. Now you could do this two ways. Either show him right under the globe right here, or have a excuse me, very light pencil going deeper down. So I would recommend both lines, this one and this one, on the paper while you're going about this exercise. And now we can have Atlas come into the picture. So we're going to first draw an arc like that. That is his torso. And then we're going to put another arc down, another arc right there. So it's been excuse me, a set of lines, that arc, so far. And then we put in two circles right there. We put in one arc right here. Now we are going to do some foreshortening or perspective here, so not necessarily outstretched arms. We could also do that, but right here we're doing some foreshortening. And there's one arc right there. Similar exercise here, short arc, and one line or arc right there. And from that point on, we go with an oval, we go with another oval right here. Let's put in one oval here. This will be the head, and as you can see, that looks like hands putting the object above. And once you put this oval down, I think, let me make that into a proper oval. Let's have that as an X shape. Inside the X shape, please draw a small circle here at the top, like toward the top, right there. So in one line, two lines right there. Then arc, and as we go down, oval right here. One arc, circle, arc, circle, arc. So what this is these are the arms, that is the head, the torso, the legs. So now, if you are all set to go forward, let us first put down the objects that are in the foreground. Foreground as in that these are the, let's say these are the magnified limbs in this case. And there are the forearms. We'll work on the hands in a minute. And then we work backwards. So along this small arc, along that circle, just put in the remainder of his arm. You could make it as bulky as you wish, or leave it to that proportion. And there's his shoulder right behind it, and the lats. we could bring this line down to make up some of that chest. Okay, so as you can see, this appears like a head that is hunched down, and along this line that we had made, we're going to put down the eyes, and right there the nose. Now in your case it might differ somewhat, the angle, that is, the mouth might be more visible, and you can do that even here, but you do not necessarily need to do it because he is, after all, hunched over, he's looking down. So we just add some lines there. The collarbone is vanished beneath his chin, so that is not the point we need to worry about. So right here is the remainder of the torso, and we have some foreshortening here as well. So again, the foreground is this, but we'll work our way from here. So a portion of the thigh is showing like that, and then the more magnified portion of the leg right there. Similarly right here, the more magnified portion, that is the knee, round about there. Foot vanishes more or less behind the rest of the torso. So that is our basic anatomy going in there. So right here now, because it's outstretched fingers and hands, so we are going to put in, as soon as I can grab a sharp enough pencil, fingers. So now, again, easy way to do it, just put in those lines so that now you could more easily flesh out the fingers. And again, you will need to Google some images to get the anatomy right, and this same exercise goes right here. Again, I would recommend that. And there we have it. So that is, now that we are here, I think that looks better because it is hunched right behind him and it's a more colossal object being lifted. So I would stick with that one and not that. So this one could actually go. Let's clean this guy up a little bit as well, as we're going, so that you can see your handiwork. Of course, the more serious artists would Google different images before delving into this very iconic and often reflected pose. So now that we have this here, it is all a matter of what kind of light and dark you're looking to put in. Now if you wish to, let's say, color this guy through, or you wish to just put in some inks so that the image stands out, yep, that will not be a bad idea, because it will definitely enhance the image. So we will have to imagine in any case, in this particular case, that all of this is under shadow. Like this ball itself right here, it's under shadow, because the light is going to definitely falling from that direction, let's say, and let's say we have some light around this guy. In either case, this ball will all be an intense, not intense, but a shadow, warm shadow. And then I'm just going to grab a tissue and smudge this quickly. Now this is all rough. If I take my time, or you take your time for that matter, you will not see stray lines like that. And then, of course, to complement the same source of shadow, we are going to fill in the rest of this guy. And for this, we're going to probably, I'm just going to work on my own here, and you could, according to your idea, do more intense or less intense areas filled in according to what you are looking to reflect. But most definitely the areas under the chin, right there, the areas that are falling right below other areas will be darker. So it all depends if you want to give this guy musculature or you want to give him a shirt. That is all up to you. But going into this, the shading will be something close to what we have here, if we choose to throw in our shadows. So again, your shading does not have to match what I'm doing here. I'm going to give this guy a pair of slacks right there. So I'm just quickly going about putting in some inks here, as they would probably fall. Pardon me if I'm covering a bit of the anatomy when I'm doing this. I need to keep this more or less still under the camera, so So that is his fabric right there. That can be just highlighted like that. So all the muscle structure that you see in this guy's case will be enhanced, and it will also enhance your illustration by following these simple but very essential rules of light and dark. So you'll assume that part of that leg is a bit outside, but the remainder of him is definitely under that lobe. So once you have the more intense shadows put in, you could take perhaps a H pencil, not HB, but an H pencil to perhaps shade in the rest of this guy. Because as I've said, none of him is under the light except for the parts that will probably fall around here. Maybe this portion is not under that globe directly, and you could perhaps shade it like so. And if you just smudge a little bit, you will see that you will have achieved some contrast between the light and the dark shading. So that is the basic principle of putting down a quick atlas image. Now you could of course use this for many different things. You could also use this for different purposes. This very iconic and very used and portrayed pose of Atlas. So today, that is all. Thank you very much for watching, and please do subscribe, keep in touch, have yourself a wonderful day.